Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tablemon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millibots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off.
Tablemon.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our brand new video here on the channel. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying our Vivid Voltage coverage. If you're watching this right now, you can definitely expect another Vivid Voltage deck coming in the afternoon after this one. So make sure you check out the channel and you have subscribed and activated the notifications to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the content. So today I'm going to be talking about the deck that used to win the latest and the first Limitless Online tournament that was held in the expanded format with the bands. Just like with when I used Decidueye, right? It's a pretty funny coincidence that both times I've top cut a Limitless tournament so far has been with Decidueye. The ability Deep Forest Camo preventing damage by Pokemon B and GXs, not EXs though, which is very relevant for expanded, especially against decks like Turbo Dark or Zoroark Eternatus. I felt like people would be excited, it would be a brand new meta game and the decks would be all over the place, and or people would be sticking with known decks such as Pigrom, such as Turbo Dark, such as ADP Station, and therefore I decided that this was a really good addition to the Vileplume deck. This deck was inspired by a Japanese tournament I saw that was held in Expanded. That featured Vileplume, of course. Like Vileplume, Rowlet, Exeggutor is nothing new, but the addition of Decidueye is really nice because it essentially stops all of the brand new cards and a lot of the cards just flat out directly, right? So what ended up happening was I got a bunch of auto wins, right? I got a bunch of auto wins during the Swiss rounds because my opponents just didn't have a counter. I dealt with their one counter and then that was it. Outside of that, using Super Growth to evolve into Vileplume on turn 1 with Irritating Pollen is definitely very irritating for my opponents. It's been a really good way to get going and to apply pressure and to limit everything that they do, because there's so many broken item cards in Expanded that limiting them is a really big deal. And of course we have our Fabas to remove pesky tool cards from Garbiters. Dragapult Garbiter is kind of a bad matchup for this deck, or is definitely a bad matchup for this deck, depending on how quickly they start, depending on how much damage the item lock does to them, but it is a pretty tough matchup for sure. So the meta was all over the place. My one loss was Dragapult. You'll be able to see my matchups right here on screen, and after this deck talk, I'll leave you with the final. I didn't commentate any of the games because I was trying to play focused and concentrated, and they ended up paying off, of course. So I'm sorry that I didn't stream them. I probably regret that I should have streamed them, but it is what it is, you know? And yeah, so obviously we have the other Vileplume, the Disgusting Pollen, preventing opponents' active Pokemon from attacking by basic Pokemon is pretty nice. So especially good against like Pigrom and Mew 3 decks. However, most of them are running counters. Like I saw Electros, I saw Jolteon, and I saw Stealthy Hoods as well in Mewtwo. So you just have to be careful and plan for the right timing. I played a split of the Glooms. People were asking me like, why didn't you play for Resistible Aroma? And realistically, like you never use a Resistible Aroma to where it actually matters, in my opinion. And I figured having Foul Odor and the possibility to confuse an opponent in a pinch could be useful. So the 2-2 split is fine. And then we have our beautiful knitted Oddish right there. Supporters wise, we have the 4 Cynthia Caitlin with the 4 tackles. The tackles help you get Guzma Hala, which gets you a Capture Energy, which gets you the Oddish to immediately evolve into Vileplume, and the Rowlet Exeggutor. So there's a lot of synergy right there between the tackles, the Cynthia Caitlins, the Guzma Halas, the Capture Energies, and this. Now, usually if you do find yourself evolving like a couple of Vileplumes or even both Decidueye, so the super boost energy was pretty nice. I did use it quite effectively to attack and or retreat a Vileplume at some point. I did have a Stealthy Hood, which I once again can search with the Guzma Hala, and it prevents Garbodor from affecting my my Vileplume, which is fantastic, and that way I can keep the item lock even if they have Garbodor out. We have Silent Labs to stop abilities, especially Station, and all the Lele's, the DNAs, and Crobats. We have Stevens to search for cards directly. We have Sonia as a way to find either basic Pokemon early on or basic energy later on in the game to make sure that you can attach and apply pressure. Because sometimes like just blocking your opponent isn't enough if they can eventually draw out of things and they have answers to your Pokemon. So what you do need is to apply pressure with either Decidueye attacking or Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor attacking as well. Mallow Lana for healing. The main card that I missed having more copies of was Sand, because like to lock games down after a Rowlet Exeggutor had gone down and then a couple other Pokemon. So extra ends would be fantastic, but I really don't see the card. Perhaps AC was useful, but usually like you can plan around limiting your bench by just not playing down the Pokemon instead of utilizing the AC, so I'm not sure you need 3 of them. I feel like you could get away with 2, and that could be the card for the other end. Brock's Grid was also like a very suspect card, but it is the only way to recover a significant amount of energies. You could just not have this and have the extra energy, but sometimes you do need to recover Pokemon, you do need to recover energy, so it was okay. It's not a card that you enjoy seeing at any point pretty much, but it does have its use. And then finally have our 2 Guzmas to chase down stuff. The really cool thing is that you can recycle Guzmas, Fabas, and even Mallow Lanas and Ents with Cynthia Caitlin, which you'll see in the final was actually very important. But yeah, the ability of Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor is really nice. Pairing up the Vileplume is fantastic on turn 1, or getting to a Vileplume on turn 1 is fantastic. That usually on its own ends up winning you games, which is really nice. And if you wanted to do a more offensive approach to this, you could play Vileplume instead of the Decidueye and maybe a higher grass energy count, and that would allow you to create a more offensive Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor, which with Calming Hurricane there's definitely merit to applying that pressure. But yeah, pretty happy with the win. I ended up winning the whole thing, which is my first online tournament win since COVID started. Definitely took me a while to get there. I was close a couple of times. I hadn't made it to the finals at all, and the finals was very close. At one point I thought I was gonna be out, but thankfully I ended up winning. And so I earned over 50 Champions Pass packs. I figured I would give away some of them back to you guys. So in this video, I'm gonna be giving out because I need to keep some for the daily giveaways. I'll give out 10, okay? I'm gonna give out 10 packs in this video, 10 codes of Champions Path in this video because I earned so many. So, same dynamic, yeah? All you need to do is make sure you are subscribed to the channel, leave a like, and then leave a comment down below on anything, congratulating for the win, commenting how toxic this deck is. I feel like I keep playing toxic decks in Expanded and I've been enjoying it. But overall, just comment anything, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you like the video, and you will be entered to potentially win a code, yeah? And so far the videos aren't getting even 10 comments, so it's likely that if you comment, you will end up getting a code. So yeah, enjoy the final game. If you have any questions about the game, you can leave them here as well. It would be helpful if you leave them in it as well with the question, so I know exactly what you are referring to, and then I can try and explain my train of thought at that process or what was going on. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like as always, and check out our beautiful sponsors and enjoy the match.